Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. Guys, as always, I'd like to say thanks to all of the new subscribers. I thought we were going to make it, but we didn't make it quite there. As of today, we I would say about 33, 34 subscribers away from getting to 2,000 subscribers. Now, anything is possible. We can, but if we don't do it, we're going to get it the first part of the year. All right, guys. So I appreciate all the love, all the support for watching the content, sharing the content, and leaving your comments. Guys, as always, this is not financial advice. Okay, I'm just a 51-year-old guy, soon to be 52-year-old, that do videos about my portfolio and my portfolio alone. Okay. With that being said, I do my best to motivate on this channel to get people to invest, right? I might not do it the way everybody else want to, but I do it my way. Now, you can say, oh, well, I want to invest because I got motivated by Edwin, but you don't have to follow my strategy. The goal is just to get people to invest, not to follow my strategy. Okay, guys? So with that being said, let's get down to it, because as always, the business is booming. I just like to use that word, business is booming. But you guys can see we had another red day. The market closed in a downward trend today. Not as bad as the previous 3 times it went down this year. But I mean, overall, believe it or not, right, this is the best 2 years we had, steady growth of 20% or plus. So I cannot complain about that. My portfolio has grown a little bit, and we appreciate, the growth. And sometimes the market pull back, and when you're not a margin investor, right? When you're not using margins, you don't care because your portfolio just go down percentage. But when you're using margins, then there's some issues. You get margin calls and all that good stuff, and that can get you a setback. Okay, so we got we got some change in there, and we're gonna go ahead and spend that dollar amount. I said $9.82. It might not spend all of it to buy some stuff. The next time the market is open, and that would be on the 2nd. Okay, so we spent a little bit of money we got in dividends, right? We got dividend from 3 positions. I get a weekly dividend from YieldMax and YMAG, and then I got Tesla and YBit that paid dividend in this portfolio, right? And I calculated a dividend. I think it was like $8 and something for this portfolio. Okay, and let's move on, right? So the crypto market is bubbling again today. It's going back up. This morning, everything was looking good. I was like, yes, we're going to get back some of the losses, of course. When I say that, I'm referring to my actual portfolio, not my crypto portfolio, even though crypto is back up today. But, I cannot complain. But my actual portfolio is down. And, compared to, some of the other stuff, right? I know I got one portfolio that's down 10%, and this is just from the last 3 or 4 days that we had those bad days. But overall, like you see right here, they're telling me I need to add some money to my margins, right? Because I have like $1,000 something left, right? As far as buffer to protect my portfolio. Right now, I only got like $200 something cash in there. I'm not gonna put no more money in that portfolio. We're gonna leave it and see what's gonna happen to the portfolio. Push come to shove, I would just sell all my goddamn crypto because I don't want to sell anything in my portfolio right now. Push come to shove, I would just sell crypto. Between Ethereum and Bitcoin, I can sell those two and pull out a few $1,000s, right? So I don't mind doing that. I got about 2 grand in Bitcoin. That's Ethereum. I'm sorry, 2 grand in Ethereum. Let's see what we got in Bitcoin. I got about 7 something in Bitcoin. So push come to shove, I'll just sell those and pull $3,000 out of that. I'm not gonna sell my actual positions that pay me money. Bitcoin is not paying me nothing right now, except for my Misty, right? Which I need to do the cost average to bring my price down. And the good thing about it is, as I bring down my cost average, I'm still buying more Misty, so my income is going to increase. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to. As I bring down my cost average, it's going to increase. So I think Misty is the thing that I have the highest amount that is in the negative, because I will push in to get to that 1,000 share, and at that time Misty was also pushing to get higher, because crypto was really going up, so it was going higher, and I bought in at a time that it was pretty high. So if you look at my portfolio, you will see my Misty is way down, like 20 grand. So that's a good thing. I mean, some people look at it as a bad thing, but I look at it as a good thing, because I don't believe it's gonna go any lower than $20 right now, as Bitcoin continue to stay in the range as it is. Now, if Bitcoin continue to drop down back to $60-$70, of course Misty is gonna drop down. And if I haven't caught up by that time, right, then I'll be in bad shape. But I mean, I got $50,000 here, and if I can continue to add more income, buy more Misty to where it's generating more income, we're just gonna reinvest it, right? Not all of it, some of it, because we're trying to get to a certain amount, and we're just gonna reinvest it. So I have plans for all that as I work through the new year. You can see the portfolio is down like almost $6,000, $7,000. So I mean, it is what it is, right? We gotta manage it. Now with this other portfolio is down 10% right now, which is horrible, right? But the good thing about that is leave room to daily cost average and bring down my cost down. I was saying the same thing about the other portfolio, is bring down the cost, right? And I have some changes in place coming in the new year. They're probably not going to take effect till probably the second week of the new year, with the changes I'm trying to implement. And by that time, I should have done my taxes. And if I do receive any funds, I'm going to put those funds in this account and in the Robinhood account. Maybe I'll put some funds in Fidelity also, but it just depends how much money I get back. If I get back $5,000, $10,000, then it's all going to go in this portfolio. Now, if I get back more than that, then we're going to divvy it up a little bit. But, like I said, the goal is to increase the income, maybe like $1,000 per month over the next 12 months. So if I can do that, that would help. Maybe I need to do 2,000 a month, not 1,000. Maybe I need to increase the income 2,000 a month. Then that would help. If I do 1,000 a month, we're probably not going to get to that $60,000 a month goal that I'm trying to get to. So I probably need to do that at maybe 2,000 plus income, increasing the income per month. So I believe with that money coming from my taxes, I can, push it up a little bit. Now, it depends, right? If I get the money, because I need to push it up, and like I said, I'm making some changes to my portfolio, you guys will see in the coming year. Since I need to push it up, I might not be able to put all of the money into this account. I might need to put just maybe $1,000 or $2,000, depends. But I can do that without my taxes, right? So once the account is rebalanced, like I'm trying to do it, then I would do that myself. I will put the positions in, go ahead and put the positions in that I need to add into the portfolio, and then try to balance it that way. And this, like I said, I'm trying to see if I can pay it off one of the margins account, or just remove one of the account without margin completely, right? That's the goal. And then as I continue to increase the amount, right, then we'll try to cut back on margins. Eventually, to get rid of the margins. The margin has done his stuff, right? It's already got us close to where we need to be, more than close to where we need to be. So we don't need to continue to use the margins, all right? Because if you're trying to grow and people keep giving you money, you're gonna continue to reinvest their money to grow your business, right? And I feel at $35,000 a month, that's a big business for one person, one employee, right? That's a big business. So I think we're doing really good. And of course, we're gonna continue to grow, but not as fast, right? We got here from $20-some thousand a year in the last 4 months, 4.5 months, to where we are now, to 30-something thousand a month. That's a big jump to go from 1,000 a month, or 2,000 a month, almost 2,000 a month, to 30,000 a month. Plus, that's a big jump. So, when you're growing with other people's money, at some point you have to pay attention, because, like the issue with the margin calls, you gotta be very careful, especially when you're using other people's money. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I really learned this stuff. Once the market continues to do good, you're fine. When the market goes down, you're still fine. You still get the income, but your portfolio goes down, and your portfolio continues to go down. If you have margins, then you have to put back money to cover the margins. That way, if you put in money back to cover the margin calls, you're not reinvesting, you're not growing the portfolio, you are not spending the money, because you have to put it back into the portfolio. Okay, so like I said, when we get to that mark, right, then it will be time to say, okay, let's focus on paying this margin off. That way we don't have to worry about issues with margin calls and all that good stuff. And also, I need to find out if I can adjust my buffer, right, to where it is right now. If any of you guys know if I can adjust my buffer to make it higher, to maybe the percentage, right now I think it's about 3 or 4%, 5%, whatever it is. But if I can make it 20% buffer, adjust that buffer, I think that would be good. That would be good. That way, I don't have to worry about it. I got 60,000 plus margin users right now. So let's say if I can increase the buffer, if I can manually adjust the buffer as I get more money into the account, I think that would be great, because I can adjust the amount of money that I'm paying back to them, pretty much, because that money has been held by I'm not investing it. It's been held by them to say, which is kind of not productive, right? It's kind of like putting money in the savings account, because you're not making any money on that money, kind of. It's just sitting there. But I'm kind of thinking of a way to pay back the margin. So I think we'd pay the smallest margin first, and then go from there, which is the 60 grand. If we get to the point where we're making 60 a month, and then we can pay the first margin off, and then go to the next set of margins, but as we increase the account, right? So that's what we're going to do. So, it's a process, right? You see my account drop by a few $1,000s here, because of the down market. The profits in the portfolio is also down, right? This at one point that was like 30,000, and it's down to like 15,000 plus. So I mean, it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is, right? The overall portfolio is down today less than that, right? And this is chart swap. So let's sync it up again. Let's see if it's gonna pull the right number. The portfolio actually down like $600 today, and this probably be pulling some numbers from some old numbers. So let's see how accurate is gonna be. Let's see how accurate it's going to be. So guys, remember, this is not financial advice. Like I said, like, share the content, subscribe to the channel. As we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, it's still showing the old amount. Let me get out of the screen and go to the other one that synced up 8 hours ago. This is Robinhood. I'm gonna try to sync it up also. This thing is like, it's back date. You know, it's like, come on, you gotta get, you know, as the best update as possible. But it's 8 hours ago, and I just did it, you know, so I don't know. But you guys can see what it now it says 50-some seconds, but it's still showing the old data because that is not correct. Alright, that amount actually increased a little bit, but this overall data here is not, the amount that we down is not the right amount. But in essence, it's still okay, right? It's giving us the best information possible. Guys, by the way, if you hear my voice is a little raspy, I'm coming down with a cold or something. So I've been drinking like hot tea. And I got my Yeti, right? I'm drinking out of my Yeti. So Yeti, if you guys want to sponsor me, make me a Yeti guy, hit me up, okay? I'm looking for sponsors. But as you guys can see, the portfolio is, I'm still happy with my portfolio, even though the portfolio is still down. I'm still happy with my Fidelity portfolio. I'm happy with all of my portfolios, okay? And I mean, we have a lot of dividends that came in today. And somebody asked me the other day, said, Edwin, why do you have so many positions in this portfolio? And the reason, man, is when I started investing, I think I've talked about this before, was having multiple companies pay me $5, $10, $20, whatever, a month, right? So even if they cut down dividend by 5 cents, 10 cents, I have 100 and something company, 100 something paychecks that was coming in every month or every quarter. You know, some of them don't pay every month, right? Some of them pay every quarter, some of them pay every month, some of them pay every 6 months, and so forth. So the goal was to have at least the income coming in from those 100 plus companies, and that way I felt safe. Now, of course, when you have to manage your portfolio, if you have a lot of companies like that, it takes a lot more time, but it's still not a lot of work compared to working an 8-hour job, right? Because we have a lot of trackers, a lot of things that help make the job easy to track these companies. Not like before where you have to, you know, do everything manually. Nowadays, everything is in front of you. You just have to read the information, right, and see what you're looking for, and you can do trends and all those different things with different trackers. You probably could do it with this one. I don't know how to do it yet, but of course I'm gonna figure it out. And when I do, I will be doing that and help to help improve what I buy, what I sell, what I keep in the portfolio, right? Because right now, for me, the easiest thing is to buy dividend kings and dividend aristocrats. Now, I talk about this all the time. If you guys need some of this information, I posted these in the what you call it, the Discord before, so you can always go and pull dividend kings and dividend aristocrats from the Discord. As an Excel document in there. If you need that information to help you guide you, because like I said, those are the best companies pretty much in the world, right? That have been paying dividend for a long period of time. And if you're not sure what you need to do, that would be the best place to start, right? Now, you guys know, starting next year, right? We talk about this over and over. I'm going to start the membership for the channel. This is just to support the channel. If you want to support the channel, you join the membership. If you don't want to support the channel, you don't have to join the membership, right? And then this it's mostly to support the channel, right? And if you're a member of the channel, there's gonna be some exclusive videos that I'm gonna make just for members only, and probably share my portfolio in more detail, like that I don't do here right now. If you guys need those information, stuff that I'm buying and selling, I'll be able to post those stuff in there also for the month, right? That you guys can look at and basically kind of help motivate people and continue to motivate you guys to invest in your future, right? And build generational wealth. Okay, guys? So if that's something that you're interested in, once the membership comes out, make sure you join the membership. Now, I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's going to be a monthly thing or I don't know how it works. So you guys do it or don't do it. It's up to you guys. I appreciate the love. And as you can see, even though the portfolio is down, right, I still went and bought some things. Even though we're in margin calls right now in 2 of the 3 portfolios, right, I'm still investing into the portfolio. Some of the stuff, dividend came in, dividend were reinvested back into the portfolio. And that's part of the reason, because I need to turn off dividend reinvestment on my extreme high yield, because those are the guys that generate most of the income. So we need to turn off dividend reinvestment off of those guys in some of the portfolios, right? And I usually manually buy anyway because I'm trying to get to a certain amount. And then on the other stuff that is like lower yield, that's paying $5 to $10 a month or a quarter, those guys automatically still reinvest, right? And that's my strategy, to continue to grow those manually and automatically, and then the stuff that bring in the money, we take that and reinvest or pay bills or do whatever we want to do with it. And you guys can see this number here. We were able to get to 400,000. Excuse me. I didn't think that was going to happen, but when I did the update today, because I went and bought some stuff today, because I was like, when the market started to go up, I was like, okay, well, the market's going to go up. Let me buy some positions. So I went ahead and bought some positions. And then, of course, right before 12, it started to go down. I was like, oh, crap. And, of course, that put me in margin calls. But, I mean, I'll have a few days to take care of it. Tomorrow's a holiday. Then we got Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend. So, I mean, we got time to take care of that. Plus, next week, we'll get money coming in. This week, by Friday or so, we got money coming in Friday or Monday. We got money coming in. So, it either going to cover, well, it's not a lot of money. So, that's my weakest, the week that I get paid from NVIDIA. That's the weakest week I have right now. So, of course, I need to grow that week. I need to grow that week, right? But that's the weakest of all of the weeks that we get paid. That week is like very, very horrible. It's a horrible week, right? So we have to grow that week. But right now we got to get out of trouble first. Get out of the margin calls. And I transfer some money anyway to the account. And with Fidelity, the money gets there right away. So Charles Schwab, it takes a few days, but I have money sitting there in my account anyway, just waiting. Because I have some changes going on with the account in the next few days, so I don't want to put any money in there till after that's done. But we'll see. Okay, we'll see. And then Fidelity. Fidelity account that's my first account. I love Fidelity. The fractional share that Charles Schwab don't offer, I love those guys, right? I got most of my other investments there, for my daughters, stuff like that, invested there. Guys, this amount, right, this 400,000, getting to this 400,000 was like a goal, even though we're $3,000 away, right? And we were able to add $6,000, almost $7,000 to the bottom line of the portfolio. Now, on the average monthly income, the thing says $33,000 a month. On anywhere, that's a lot of money, right? And like I said, the goal is to double this amount for 2025. I think it's possible. I might have to keep my job, be a little longer to get to that point, but I think it's possible, right? This is the last day of the month. This thing said 41,000. Now that some more dividend did come in after I calculated the other dividend, and I'm not going to go back and do it. So whatever I got on the sheet. And the funny thing was, all that stuff I did on the sheet that I showed you guys, right? I didn't save it, so when I closed it out, all the information went away. So I would have to go back and redo it anyway. But that was like, I was kind of mad. Like, I thought I saved the thing, and my Excel is set up to where it will automatically save, like auto save, but for some reason it didn't save that part. So either it was trying to save and I canceled or something. I don't know what happened, but we're still on that $36,000 thing. I keep saying we need just $24,000 more to increase the income by $24,000 next year, and that will get us to 60. But of course, I want to do that before the end of the year. If we can get it done by summer, that would be great. Then that will crush the goal, and then we can look for adding another 40 grand at the end of the year for the next 6 months to be 100K a month. And whenever I get to that point, 100K a month, man, I think by that time, hopefully, I will have pay off the margins and stop using the margins. But we'll see. I don't know. Okay, guys. So, that's the income, right? What we got right now for tomorrow, 36,000. Now that can go up and go down, depending on what dividend come in. Okay, guys. So, I'm happy. I am very happy with the performance of the portfolio. And you can see, when we hit 403, we have 406, right? 4,600,000. In the next 10 years, if we drop it down to 5 years, it's half of that. Well, no, it's not even half of that. It's like, so the longer you invest, the more compound you get, so your investment is bigger, right? But even if we cut it down to 5 years, right? And we're bringing in $1.5 million a year. If you look at the trajectory of the yield, right? It drops all the way from next year, which is right now we're at 90-something%. That's crazy. But it drops down to 40-something. So it's like half of the yield. So this number is skewed based on, I'm not sure why it got it like that, but we'll see next year, when next year comes, that should change the amount. Because that's going to be added another year. It only goes down by 5 years. I wish it had a thing where you can go down to 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 20 years. I might need to send them an email to see if they can change their feature in the product. But 400K, $30-something thousand a month. That is amazing. Okay, and we're gonna continue to grow the portfolio. So let's say if I live another 20 years, right? I'm 51, about to be 52. So if I live another 10 years, I'll be 62, right? And then another 10 years, I'll be 72. So if I live another 10 years, 20 years, and continue to invest, right? Not only will we receive a $1 million worth of income, but we will have $141 million in the market, right? And that is crazy, right? But I'm not going to have the yield for 20 years at that point. The next 5 years, we'll make adjustments as the portfolio continue to grow. We'll continue to make adjustments to where we're not putting the portfolio at risk, right? But these kind of things that I hope you guys see the benefit of using the tools, and it helps with motivation, right? Because like I said, it's like a snowball, except it's not coming downhill, it's going uphill. It rolls and it gets bigger, right? So as it rolls, that's where the analogy comes from. It gets bigger. So each year, that snowball is getting bigger. Now, maybe they figure out, the more money you make, the better you're gonna get safer positions. So the safer you invest, right? And even if you invest in 20, if you're getting 20, 30% return, right? This is all calculation based on 10, 20, 30% as it comes down after the first year, right? But if we go 5 years, crazy like we're doing now, and then go down, we'll be getting more than $141 million, right? At that point, you know what? It's like just having, putting stuff into real estate, buying, apartment complexes and stuff like that, to help with taxes, because you make all this money, you pay a lot of money back in tax, right? 37% or more gonna be going into taxes. So you gotta invest in other things, real estate, land, whatever, right? Open businesses that help with taxes. Like I said, I'm not a tax advisor. You can talk to your tax guy. But usually, my thing is to set it at 10, because a lot of people who watch this channel want to retire in 10 years. So I usually set it at 10, even though my goal was to retire at 55, and I'm gonna retire way before then. So if I put it to 5 years, right now, I got 1.4 million, almost 1.5 million dollars if I retire within the 5 year period. And then next year, right, it's gonna adjust another 5 years. That's why I say I wish it had the option to just leave it at 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. That would be great. But this other product does, but I don't have all my portfolio in the other product. So as I make changes to the portfolio, it will start to make more sense to you guys. So I hope this, if this don't motivate you, I don't know what's gonna motivate you, right? And guys, this is just my portfolio, right? You might not be investing in these crazy high yield stuff like I do. So you won't have to worry about, erosion and stuff like that, like I do. I have to worry about that. And so that's why I buy the other positions that are more safer, that I can invest in my money in as it continue to grow. So the more income I make, the more I can invest in those things, right? And the guys that I hang out with in Colombia, they call me Black Warren Buffett. I don't know why, because I always talking about dividend. I'm not even as smart as Warren Buffett. I'm just getting started. Warren Buffett been doing this stuff for a lot of years. He's a billionaire. I'm still just barely a millionaire. So we in two different realms, and but the older he's getting, the more money he's making, right? So if I take care of my health and continue to invest in my old age, yes, I'm gonna have a lot of $1 million, to pass on to my children, and businesses to pass on to my children, that they're gonna, run and do all that good stuff. So guys, it's never too late, right? To create generational wealth, and that's why I keep talking about on this channel, creating generational wealth. That I'm showing you guys what I'm doing every day. So it's not like, oh, and I got an email this morning, like, Edwin, can you create like a program or something like that? I'm like, I thought about that, but I don't want to feel like every time I do a video and I'm telling you guys, oh, buy this course. I don't want to do that. If I do it, it'll be very cheap, less than $100, right? Maybe less than $50, maybe even less than that, right? Just to get people to buy it if they're gonna buy it. But it will not be because, oh, I need to sell 1,000 of these to get, no. If people buy it, they buy it. Don't buy it, but it will not be expensive. And I'm still playing around with that idea. I mean, the more people that will send me emails saying do it, then maybe I'll do it. But for now, 1 or 2 emails is not enough. And that means I have to do a lot of things over, like from start to finish, like opening accounts, showing people how to do that. And some of the stuff is so basic, you can find it on the internet. But people ask those questions. So it's like some people are just lazy, or they want a one-stop shop. Right? They want to go one place and get everything they need, and then they're good from that point, right? So like I said, I'm gonna do what you guys want. As you guys ask for things, I will try to accommodate the best way I can. I'll literally telling you, if you want a one-on-one, schedule one-on-one, right? Send me a message and we'll discuss that from there, and we'll go from there. Okay, I started this portfolio, this channel, to document my journey, my investment journey, and also to give back, right? Because I wasn't taught how to do this, right? I learned this on my own, right? And I made a lot of mistakes on the way, and I still tend to do that because sometimes I'm like, you know what, I need to get to this number. So no matter what happened, I'm gonna get to that number, and then I worry about whatever happened after the fact, right? That's why I'm in margin call now, because I was like, no, what, I need to get to this number. I'm gonna buy whatever. And even though I thought the market was gonna continue on the upside, but it turned left. But at that point, I already put in my orders, and they already went through, so I couldn't go back and cancel them. So it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, but hopefully come Tuesday, today Tuesday, tomorrow Wednesday, hopefully Thursday and Friday, with the new year, the market would start to pick back up, and I won't have to put the money in there. But if I do, it's just it's my money anyway, right? It's the money I made. It's just my money, and I don't want to sell any of my positions, so I'm gonna put the money in there. Now, if I need to sell anything, I'm going to sell my crypto and throw that in there, right? Because like I said, crypto is not making me any money right now. It's there. I can spend crypto money I have to sell. And I can live off my dividends for now. And maybe Shiba Inu going to hit the high note. And then I can say, yes, I got 600 plus million Shiba Inu, okay, in 3 different portfolios. While you're playing, we are building generational wealth here, guys, okay? So with that being said, I love you guys. Invest in your future. Oh, one more thing, right? It's New Year's, right? It's New Year's Eve. I'm going to make a video tomorrow, but still I'm going to wish you guys a happy New Year, right? For those who rock with me from the beginning of this journey to where we are now and continue to rock with me. I appreciate you guys. You guys know I tell you every single day I appreciate y'all, okay? For watching the content, sharing the content. I cannot say enough, right? Because it's hard. It's one thing to make videos and get subscribers, right? The next thing, for me, I like the feedbacks. Of course, subscriber is nice, but people watching the content and responding to things that I post, that means I know people are actually watching. And some people, I always get this call this time of the day, and some people will come back and say, you know what, let's make a comment, all that good stuff. So guys, with that being said, I love you guys. Thanks for all of the support. Happy New Year. Invest in your future. And it's crazy right now, and I love you guys. People are having fun in the other part of the world, calling me on live as I try to finish up the video. But happy New Year, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace.